Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. Let's get it correct. The real Big Baby, not Big Baby, because I know there's been multiple Big Babies, so he wants to set the record straight. He is here with us today, so I'm going to open it up to Jared. I mean, we talked about this before, Jared, but you had a big 2020, sort of garnered a lot of attention for sparring with Tyson Fury, knocking out everybody you faced. What are you looking to accomplish here in 2020?
I'm looking to be dominant. I'm looking to get the best fights. I want to be prospects. I don't want to beat bums or anybody who hasn't fought anybody. I want to fight people who have good backgrounds, good pedigrees, amateur champions, things of that nature. So I'm looking to prove myself all this 2021, ready for whatever.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us on the call. You've been through this before, but in case you've forgotten, please use the raise hand button on the Zoom to ask questions. If you cannot figure that out, please message me privately in the group, but not to everybody. Just message me, and I will put you in the queue as well. But preferably use the raise hand button in order to ask questions. If you cannot figure out either of those methods, you can text me, but I prefer you not, because I have enough things going on here without getting a bunch of text messages. So we will kick things off. First question will come from the man who figured out how to raise his hand first, J.R. Bell. J.R., I'm going to unmute you, and please ask your question when ready.
Hey there, what's going on, brother Jared?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right, doing all right. Seeing that you're, coming from Toledo, that's a, very historical boxing city there. Like, how is it, coming from that particular city and working with the coaches there, like your coach, Derry Riley?
It's great. I love the atmosphere, really. My city is a big boxing city, so it's really second nature. Love all the love and support I get. And my coach, of course, is the best coach in the city. That's why I got with him. But he also started me, so it's a loyalty thing for me and him. But it's a lot of good coaches in the city. I respect all of them. Take advice from them. They all look out and help out with help out with different tips and things of that nature. But my coach, to me, is the best, and we get the job done. So I love it. I love it there.
I mean, I've talked with him recently, and he said, like, you've gone back and forth between Toledo and I think it's Houston right now. So how has that, been going with that schedule?
It's been good. I actually just recently moved to Houston, so now I reside there to make it permanent. I had to get out the city, just a lot of distractions. Want to stay focused and, better myself. It's a lot of different opportunities in Houston, so. Yeah, I moved there, but it's been good though. I've been getting some good work and things like that. So I'm also working with my strength coach more often. So we got a lot more things coming.
And thank you very much, Jr. I think one of Jared's camp partners was in the background. Yeah, just walking around, and Jared mentioned that they just moved to Houston. Full time, but I think once we get fans back, he'll be able to sell a lot of tickets over in Toledo. Once we can get full crowds back here into stands. Our next question comes from Jake Donovan from Boxing Scene. Jake, please go ahead when ready.
Thank you very much, Evan. Jared, thank you very much for doing this call. Looking forward to seeing you back in the bubble this weekend. I wanted to ask, what was it about Kingsley Ibeh that you really, really wanted this fight? Because it's not just an opponent they offer to you. This is something I know you've targeted for a while.
He's an opponent who actually has heart, who wants to fight. Is not going to just lay down. He's going to actually fight, and he has something for me. So I love to prove a point and make a statement with him.
Okay. What did you think of his bubble performances that you've seen? I know you've seen a few of them up close and personal.
Yeah, I think he was a fighter. I mean, like I said, I want to prove a point. So I'm tired of everybody coming in on Top Ranks post saying that I'm fighting bums and fighting people who just want to lay down. So I'm looking to fight somebody who they think and started to enjoy watching him fight, so I could pick him apart and win the fight easily. Then they'll see that I'm really the best prospect there is.
Definitely. And I know you have a different opinion of the opposition you faced than, maybe some of your critics, but where would you rank Kingsley compared to the guys you have faced?
top for sure. I think he's definitely better than every person I've fought.
Yeah. Okay. And then, Evan, can I ask one more question?
Yeah. Yes. One more, Jake. Sure.
Okay, thanks, Jared. I did want to ask, what has it been like for you? I mean, literally more than half of your career has now taken place in the bubble. Like, did you ever envision like this is how the early stages of your career would play out?
Not even close. But I'm not upset with it. I'm actually really blessed and happy to be as active as I am, especially being with all that's going on. So, I didn't imagine it, but I can't be mad at it at all.
Thank you very much, Jake. And our next question will come from Jeremy Harridges. Jeremy, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Hi, Jared. Looking at Kingsley's last fight with Guido Vianello, I was curious to hear what you thought about his performance and what did that tell you about Kingsley Ibeh as a fighter?
I picked it apart. I dissected it myself. I didn't think it was too great of a performance. Seeing he got tired and think that he could have done a lot of different things. But, I mean, hey, that's what I plan to show myself. So I don't want to tell everybody my game plan, but just know that I didn't think it was that great of a performance, and it definitely can be dismantled easily.
You're a young fighter early on into your career. You're already rated 38th in the heavyweight division by BoxRec.com. Do you have a timeline in your head when you could see yourself entering a top 20 or even a top 10 type scenario?
2021. That sounds about right.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. And next, we're going to go across the pond to our friends at Pro Boxing Fans, Jonathan Nagyoff. Sorry. Please go ahead when ready, sir.
Cheers, Evan. Hey, Jared. Just a quick one from me. I just want to know what you're going to show us this different this year in 2020. You had a great 2021, rather. You had a great 2020. Do you want to show us anything different, or is it going to be the same Jared Anderson we saw in 2020?
I mean, the only difference I have to show is the diversity of myself. I think I kind of show some of that with Rodney Hernandez. I showed I can box on my back foot. I'm still a puncher, though. I do like coming forward, but if I need be, I can box. So I plan to show that more and show that I can actually pick opponents apart and not just be one-dimensional. So that's what I plan to show all 2021.
Do you want rounds at all this year? You're yet to go past 4 rounds so far. Do you want to bank those rounds, or are you happy just to get the stoppage wins?
I'm happy to get the stoppage wins. I know I'm in shape. Me and my strength and conditioning coach, we know what we have in the tank. So I'm happy to get the stoppages. I'm not too much worried about the rounds at this point.
Cheers, Jared.
Thank you, Jonathan. We got a couple more minutes with Jared. So please, anybody wants to ask a question, raise. We got one final one because we have Jackson Marinez. Okay, Luke Kettle. Actually, raising your hand in the video does not count. Please use the raise hand mechanism. It just makes it a lot easier. We do have a question from Crystal Hart. Crystal, please go ahead when ready.
Hi, Jared. I'm out here in Warren, Youngstown area right now in Ohio. So it's pretty cold out here. What we wanted to ask you is, I just want to know what your thoughts are on the heavyweight division, because there's been, since the Klitschko's sort of stepped down, it's pretty wide open. And what are your thoughts on this division?
I think it's pretty wide open. Other than the top 3 fighters, everything else is just a toss-up and up for debate. That's where I come in and plan to be in that top 4 now, hopefully before their reign is over with. But if they happen to go before then so be it. That just means it's more room for me. But I plan to be in the top 4 of those: Anthony Joshua's, Deontay Wilder's, and Tyson Fury. So it's, like you said, pretty wide open. I don't see anybody stopping me or anybody that puts a big hole in my plans.